This conference will now be recorded.
So in last class, what you have completed, we started the dictionary, right? So what is the dictionary? So if you want to represent the group of elements as a key value pairs, then we should use the dictionary, right? There, how can you declare values in the key value pair values? Okay, key value means it has the key and associated with the value. Okay, so how can you declare the dictionary? By using curly braces or dict function. Okay, so in these both the ways we can declare the empty dictionary. So if you want to assign any values, how can you assign? By using these. So what it is? It is the value. Suppose d of 100 means 100 is the key. So this is the what is the value you want to add, that value you should give here. Okay, it add like key and value, like that. If you want to add another key and value, then you should give like this. In the square brackets, d of square bracket, you should give the key value and value. Okay, so like that, whatever the elements you want to add, you can add. So this is the manual, right? You can add by using the for loop also. How many times you want to add? Those many times you should use the range, and in that you can add by using the index or something. You can add those many times manual automatically by using the loops. Okay. So we have the some functions in the dictionary. Okay, so what are those functions? We have the len function. So when we can use len function, if you want to know the length of the
Length.
dictionary, then we should go for the len len function. So clear we have. Okay, when we can use clear? So if you want to remove all the objects from the dictionary, then we can go for the clear. Okay, object means we can call items. Okay, so items means key value. Okay, key comma value. Okay, so understand, right? So when we can use length and
So,
when we should use clear.
Sunil, I
You are
think we are unable to see the screen.
sorry.
Screen is not visible.
Sorry, let me share my screen. Yeah, now are you able to see?
Yes, Sunil.
You are able to see, right? This Python running nodes notepad. Okay, so we discussed about the length function. Length, when we use length function, if you want to know the length of the dictionary, then you should give the len function and find out the length of that dictionary. Okay, so clear. If you want to remove all the objects from the dictionary, then you should go for the clear function. Okay, so then we have the get. So what is the use of get function? So if you want to find out the any value of the key, so if you know key, okay, if you know key and want to find out the value, then should use get and find out. Okay, So how can you find out? Get of it, we should give the key value. Okay, understand, right? So like that we have the pop function. Okay, what is the use of pop function? We discussed in dictionary, sorry, set and list, right? So what is the pop function usage? Anyone tell me?
Delete the element from the last.
Yeah, but here it will accept it. We should give the key value. What is the key we have in the dictionary? That key we should mention in the pop. Okay, whatever the associated with that key, it should remove that value. Okay, in the when we use in the list and set, we were not used any uh, key, right? Index or something, right? So directly if you use pop, it will remove the last object, right? Last value. Okay, here we should give the key. Okay, what key value we should remove, that key we should mention here. Okay, so like pop of key. Okay, understand, right? So one more we have pop item. Okay, so if we use pop item, we it will remove the item from last. Okay, understand, right? Both will return the value. Okay, what it removed, that value it will return. Okay, understand, right? So I have the dictionary and I want to find out the what all are keys it exists. Then we should use the keys. Okay, keys function, it find out the, it will return the what all are keys exist in the dictionary. Okay, and we have the values. So likewise all the values it will extract from the dictionary and it will return the all the values from the dictionary. Okay, so we have items. Okay, items function, I will explain one by one by practical, don't worry. So I am explaining theoretical first. Okay, so items function, what it will return. So whatever all the key here, this is the key, this is the value, this is the key, this is the value. This key value pair we should call as item. Okay, so it will return one item in tuple. So one item in another item in tuple. So list of tuples it will return. Okay, so if you want to access each tuple and if you want to access each key and each value, then we should use the for loop and extract those values. Okay, so here we have the copy, the copy option also. It will duplicate it. Means we have the assignment and the copy, right? Assignment, copy means it is the cloned. Okay, understand, right? So any doubts in this functions? I will explain in theoretical way. Sorry, practical way. So we have the dictionary, right? Okay. So first function we have the length. Okay. If you give ln of d, you will find the how many items we have in this dictionary. 3 items. So that is why it has written the 3 value. Okay. So like that, others what it is. So clear. So clear. You will take d2. Let's take d2. We have, right, d2 dot clear. If you give like this, it will clear the d2. Okay, it will return the empty dictionary. Okay, whatever the items or key values in the dictionary, it will remove all of them. Okay, and it will return the empty dictionary. Okay, so what is the other function we have?
Sir, your
Get.
screen is not
So
sharing, sir.
screen is not sharing.
No,
One
sir.
second.
Yes, your screen is not visible here.
Yeah, let me.
Yes.
I'm sharing entire screen. Now, okay. Are you able to see
Yes,
my screen?
yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, yeah. So I explained len function, right? If I give len of d, it will print the length of the dictionary. So whatever the items it has 3 items, right? Rust, Java, .NET. So that is why it has written the 3 value. So I have the D2 dictionary. What is the value in the D2 dictionary? 100 apple. Okay. So what is the functionality of clear function? It will clear the all the items from the dictionary and return the empty dictionary. Okay. It clear the all the elements from the dictionary, and if you see here empty dictionary, it return. Okay. Now you can see other screen also, right? Notepad. Anyone confirm?
Yes, sir.
Are you able to? Yeah. Okay. So another function we have get. Okay. What is the get function? So if you want to get any item or any value based on the key, then we should use the get. Okay. So how can you use that get? So d dot get of. So what key value you want? 200. I want what is the value exist for 200 key. I want to know, then you should go for like this. So it will print the whatever the value it has for 200 key, it will print like this. Okay. So we have the pop, right? So like pop of. Okay. So what key we should remove like that? I want to take 300. So if I take 300, it removed and return the value. So if you print dictionary, see 300, it removed from this dictionary. Okay. So we have the pop item, right? D dot pop item. Okay. So if I give like this, what it will do? So it will remove the last item from the dictionary, and whatever the item it removed, it will return. So why it return in the tuple? Okay, because this is the key, this is the value. So key value it will return in tuple. Okay, understand, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So I again declare this dictionary. So this is the new dictionary. So I want to know the whatever the keys it exists. Okay. So then you should use the keys. Okay. D dot keys function. Okay. It will return the all the keys from the dictionary. Okay. See, it will return in the list. Okay. Don't worry. If you like, you want to print these keys, what you should do? You should use the print k in, okay, d dot keys, okay, print k, okay. See, whatever the values keys in the dictionary, it printed all the keys. So if you do like this, it will write it as a one function. So in the dict keys function, it written in the list. Okay. So if you want to access these values, you should use the for loop. Okay. So by using this for loop, you can access the all the keys and you can print those keys. Okay. In real time, what you should do? You want to access those keys, and those based on those keys, you should validate the conditions. So that is why we should use the for loop to access each value in these keys, and after that you should give the whatever condition you want, and if the condition is satisfied, then you should do the some logic. Okay, so like that you can do. So you know the keys. So likewise, if you want to know the values, so only values I want to know. So what you can use here, d dot values. Okay, see, this also same thing. So whatever the keys it written, same way values also it written in list. Okay, so if you want to access those values, for v in d dot values, okay, you can print those values. Okay, see, all the values it printed here. You can access those values. Likewise, if you in real time, you can use the values. If that value find, then based on the key, you can find out the value. Based on the value, if you want to do any conditions, you can do. Okay. So you know the functionality of the values, and no, you can apply in your day-to-day activities in real time. Okay. So we have the other function is items, right? Okay, d dot items. So this is also like this. So see, we have the 4 items in the dictionary. Okay, so list of tuples. Okay, these are tuple. This is second tuple, third tuple. This is fourth tuple. This is key. This is value. Okay, like this list of tuple, it will tuples of list. Okay, it will return. Okay, understand, right? So likewise, if
Yes.
you want to access each key value in the d dot items, okay, like this you should give. Okay, print key comma value. Okay, so like if you want to format anyway, you can format. Okay, so if I give like this, first what it access in the d dot items, it access the first one. Okay, so in this what we are doing, tuple unpacking. We are doing tuple unpacking. Understand, right? First time it has the 100 Python. This tuple it retrieve. Okay, so after that what we are doing, so now it is in this place. Okay, so after what we are doing, this tuple we are unpacking. So unpacking means this 100 assigned to key, this Python assigned to value. Okay, understand, right? So likewise, if you forget to see key value, so like that you can unpack the tuple, and you can access the values and the keys from that items, this dictionary, this list tuples of list item. Okay, then you can evaluate those data. Okay, so sometimes you will get the data as a dictionary. So in that case, if you want to perform any logic or any validations on that dictionary, you should access those item as item or values. Then you should perform the whatever the logic you want to do. Okay. So suppose in the tuple unpacking, we should give the whatever the values we have in the tuple, those variables we should give, right? So suppose here I haven't give, only I have give 1. So but it has the 2, right? So if I give like this, see what it has written. Only we are not unpacking the tuple. Okay. Okay. Just we are whatever the items in the top list, we are assigning each item to the key. Okay. So this variable. Understand, right? If you give 2, it will unpack the tuple and assign the each value to the key and value. Okay. If you won't give anything, only if you give one variable, entire tuple, each tuple assigned to this variable. Okay. Understand, right? So copy and all, you know, right? No need to explain much on those copy and all. Okay. So I have I will explain here. Can you see my VS Code editor?
Yes.
Okay. So I have one dictionary. Okay. So yeah, apple price 20. Okay. Banana price 10. Okay. Guava price 30. Okay. So I want to sum of the fruits. Okay. Sum of the fruit values. Okay. Then how can you do it? So if you want to access the values, what function you should do? D dot values, right? If you give like this, it will access the all the values from the dictionary. Okay. You can use this sum function. Otherwise, you can loop through and add the, if you go sum function. Okay. See, all the values summed and it returned the 60. So if you don't want to use sum function, then how can you do it? For v in t dot values. Okay. So you want to sum fruits plus v. Okay. After that, see why you got 130 here, because every time you are getting some fruits plus again we are adding 2 times. Okay, so you can remove this one. So if you give plus here, see here this plus you have given, right? If you give this plus, okay, so this is means this, okay. If you give that plus, you don't require to give this one. Okay, see you both got same result, right? Understand, right?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. So I have a one word. Okay, so this is the string. Okay, okay, like that I have the string. Okay, so if you want to, so each letter I want to find out how many times it occur in the this string. Okay, so for that how can you find out? So if you want to access each character from this string, what you can do? See, for C in word, right? Okay, so after that what you should do here? You should declare one empty dictionary. Okay, so D of what you can give? C. Okay, after that what you should do? If you want to get the each element from the dictionary, what you should do? You should do get. Okay, so after that based on the key, this is C comma 0. Okay, see what it will return. For C, first time it occur. Okay, so that is why it assigned to, this is the key, so this is the value we are assigning. Okay, understand, right? Are you understand or not? So if you want to know, so suppose D dot get C of 0, what value you are getting, you don't know, right? So what you can do, you can print. Okay, see each time what it is getting. Understand, right? This is the count. Okay, that is why you got like this. We have the dictionary comprehension also. So dictionary comprehension same as list comprehension and set comprehension. Okay, it is same as list comprehension and set comprehension, but here you should return the key and value. Okay, suppose uh, suppose I have to declare like this. So for here I want to I in range of Okay, 10. So here I should assign the key, right? Key is I. Okay. So after that, what is the value you should assign? So I plus 2. Okay. So multiple of key is 1. So, okay, if first time it access the value is 0, right? It key is 0. So we are assigning 0 to 2. That is value. Okay. Otherwise, you can do anything. Okay. Whatever the operations you want, you can do. Okay. See, key is 0 and we are assigning value. Key is 1, assigning 1 plus 2 is 3. 2, key is 2, 2 plus 2, 4. Like that you can do. Whatever the logic you want, you can do. Okay. This is the comprehension, dictionary comprehension. Okay. So like that you can do whatever the logic you want. So we have completed dictionary concept. Okay. If you have any doubts, you can ask me. Any doubts you have?
No.
Okay. So next concept is functions. Anyone know about the functions? Why we should use functions? Why we should use functions?
To minimize the code.
Sorry, minimize the code.
Yeah.
Okay. So how can you minimize the code? Why you want to minimize code?
We can call the function by using the function name.
No. Actually, to minimize the code, you can use the functions. But why you want to minimize? So suppose you have 100 lines of code. Okay. So in that 100 lines of code, there is a repeated lines of logic you are executing in that code. Then you should use the function. Okay, that repeated logic you should write it in the function. That function you can call wherever you require in that module. Okay, suppose in that 100 lines of function, 20 lines repeated 20 lines logic repeating in 4 times. Okay, then that 20 lines you can code it in the function, and you should call that function in the 4 times. Okay, wherever that repeated logic you require. Okay, in that places you can call just single line, you use single line, call the function and execute that logic. Okay, so wherever you have the repeated logic, then you should use the functions. Repeated logic also. So if you have some validations, so like date validations, let's take the date validations. Sometimes you want to convert the date, right? So you want to format the date. Okay, so in your project you are using the, okay, you are following the certain format. Then you should code the one function, so which is converting the, which is accepting the any format as a input, and it will convert that input whatever the format you want in the, okay, in your code. Then that function will convert that input date into the your desired date format. Okay, so that function wherever you want that date conversion, then just call that function and convert the date. Okay, so like that. So some validations like you want to show the some edit messages. So you all know sometimes if you give any wrong, okay, it will validate that data and it will give some edit messages, right? Alert messages and warning messages like that. You will code it in some functions. So wherever you required in some modules, wherever you required, there you will call that function and show that alert messages. Okay, so like that we will create a functions and use wherever you required in your project. Okay, so that is in the one module. If it is in one module or if it is in 100 modules, you can use that function wherever you required in your project. Okay, understand, right? So there are two types of functions you have. Okay, one is built-in functions. Okay, second one is user-defined functions. Okay, so what is built-in functions and the user-defined functions? What is the difference? It is in meaning is in name only. Okay, built-in means already Python will build the some functions. Okay, already Python pre-build some functions. Okay, when they are creating the Python, okay, whatever the useful functions they will already created and provide along with the Python. Okay, so those functions we call it as built-in functions. Suppose we find the ID of any value. Okay, print, we have the print. Okay, so some input, we have the input, right? If you want to accept any input from the command prompt, then command line, then we use the input. Okay, eval, if you want to uh, evaluate the expression or evaluate the input whatever you want to evaluate, then you can evaluate, right? That eval function, like that we have so many functions in built in the Python. Okay, you can search in the internet whatever the built-in functions for Python, you can get the lot of functions. Okay, understand, right? So what is the user defined? This is the built-in functions, right? What is the user defined functions? Means you can customize the function. Okay, so these are already defined, you cannot modify. Okay, these functions you cannot modify, already Python predefined these functions. Okay, you can only use these functions in your code. Okay, but you cannot customize these functions as you required. Okay, these are defined for some function, for some functionality. So ID means it only get the ID. Suppose you have like I discussed earlier just now, like if you want to convert date, okay, then Python will give the some, already Python gave one date conversion function. So if that function is not suitable for your project desired date, then you need to write the different another function, right, for your project. So that is why we should use the user defined functions. So here how can you define these functions? Okay, so by using def command, okay, you can define the function. So after that you have to give the function name. Okay, and so it will accept the parameters. Okay, so parameters means input. Okay, whatever the input you want to give, you should give in this function input. Okay, when you are calling this function, you should pass those inputs. Okay, so these in parameter values we can use in the inside the function. Okay, so if you declare like this, is it enough? It is not enough. So if you want to declare dummy function or empty function, you should use the pass. Okay, otherwise you should give any logic. You should write the any logic inside the function. Okay, so like this you can write it like this also. Okay, print functions, anything you can write any logic. Okay, logic 1, logic 2, like this, anything you should write, otherwise it will throw the error. Okay, so if you want to declare empty function, you can give the pass. Okay, means later um, I will write the logic whatever I want to write. Okay, just reserving the function name in that code. Okay, understand, right? Any doubts you have so far? And function returns the value. So okay, you have performed the some logic here. So how can you get that output of this function? So you have to return, right? So what after completion of function logic, you have written the some logic, right? You have to return the that logic output. Okay, you can return as single variable, or you can return a list. Okay, in the list you can assign any items you want. Okay, so you can return as a dictionary. Okay, as a key value. Okay, you can return as a tuple. Okay, so like that, so whatever the output you want, you can return. Okay, so def is mandatory to define the function. Okay, so if you write return or not, it is okay. Okay, so it will execute the function. Okay, if you write any print, it will print the value. That's it. But if you want to get the output of this function, you should use the return. Okay, then when you are calling the function, okay, so then if you are returning the list, or if you are returning the variable, any variable, or if you are returning the dictionary, or if you are returning the tuple, you should declare a like this. Just I am giving like this, but you should give the meaningful for your project. Okay, calling func. Okay, sorry, like this. So if you want to pass any parameters, you can pass. It might be the list, it might be the tuple, dictionary, anything you can pass, variable, anything you can pass to the function, to the as a input to the function. Okay, after it called, right here, it called the function, and whatever the return value in this function, it assigned to this variable. Okay, so in this variable, this function output will be there. Okay, understand, right? Any doubts? So I will create a one sample function, and will show. So def. Okay, I defined welcome. Okay, So this is the without parameters. You can give parameters or you cannot give, you should give or you should not give. It is fine. Okay. So if you won't give, okay, then you should use print or anything. So only based on the some so without any input you are doing the some just print. Okay. So like, okay. So how can you call this function? Okay. So if you call like this, it will call the function. So if you execute, so welcome to Python training, it will print. Okay, understand, right? So another one, okay, add function. Okay, so I need to add two variables. So that is why it should accept two input values, parameters. Okay, so here sum I want to take a plus b. Okay, so you should return this value. Okay, if you want to do so, after this logic completed, you should return the value, then only you can access the output of this add function. Okay, I am returning sum. So this is the output, right? So sum is the output, so that is why I am returning the sum here. Okay, sum 2. Okay, here sum of, so how many parameters it is accepting? Okay, 2, right?
Yes.
10, 20. So I am giving 10, 20. So if you want to know the what is the value, then you can print the sum 2. Okay, so why you got, sorry, this is add, right? See, 30 you got, right, output. Okay, understand, right? So here it is expecting two parameters. Okay, here when we are calling that function, you should give the those two parameters. Okay, if you forgot to give two parameters but you have given only one, you don't know whether it is accepting two or not. Okay, it will throw the error. See, yeah, missing one require positional argument. Okay, understand, right? So if you give two parameters, you should give the two values at the time of calling that function. Okay, understand, right? Any doubts you have?
No, no, no. That's
Okay, so that's it for today class. Any doubts you have, you can ask me.